Hi, I'm Jack Skowronnek. For the past 5 years, I've been shaving my head and raising money in support of pediatric cancer. And the past 3 years, I've been doing it under my namesake foundation, Jack's Chattanoggins. And for the past 5 years, I've raised a total of $100,000. I came to shave my head based on a book called Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie. You'll never guess what it's about. It's about cancer. It was recommended to me by an elementary school librarian in Chicago. She told me it is about Stephen, an 8th grade boy, whose younger brother, Jeffrey, was diagnosed with leukemia. It's about the financial and social struggles the family faced with having a child with cancer. At one point in time, Stephen shaved his head in support of Jeffrey, who was going through chemotherapy at the time. And that really hit me hard, because he just wanted to make his brother feel better. That's okay to be bald. So I finished the book, I put it down, and I ran downstairs, and I told my parents I had to shave my head. Now think about it. Most parents would say, no. Why do you want to shave your head? No way. My parents are different. They asked me why, and I told them, and they introduced me to the idea of fundraising. And as long as I can remember, before I read the book, I've always wanted to help. I would see St. Jude's commercials, and they would affect me. And me and my sister even had our own company called Messy Room Designs. And what we do is we would create greeting cards with my photography and her artwork, and we would sell them, and all proceeds would go to foundations like St. Jude's. Now, the more I think about it, I think maybe my urge for caring came from my late Grandpa Gary. He was a member of AA, and at his wake, we met a great amount of people who helped him, and he helped them get over his alcohol addiction. So the first 2 years, I did under a foundation called St. Baldrick's. What they do is you shave your head, collect donations, and what they do is they use those donations and give it to fund research for pediatric cancer. So the first year in Chicago, I was in 4th grade. I did it by myself. I got $1,200. And the second year, we moved here to Chattanooga. It was a group of people, and we raised $3,200. There's about 15 of us. So at the second event, we had a couple radio interviews to get the word out. And one of those people who read these interviews was Paul Smith. And Paul Smith is a general manager at the Chattanooga market, and he was blown away by what we were doing. And he told us he wanted to host it there at the Chattanooga market. We said yes. Why not? Why wouldn't we? That's a great opportunity to get the message out of what we were doing. So we said yes. And then the Children's Hospital Foundation here in Chattanooga, they're at Erlanger, they approached us, and they're thinking about their own shave event. And they said that they wanted me to be the face of it. We also said yes. I was a little nervous. I'd never been part of something in my idea of something big. This was big to me. So we said yes, and Jack's Chattanoggins was born. It's a weird name, I know, but I didn't. It's a mixture of Chattanooga and Noggins, in which we're shaving heads. And so through Chattanoggins, we did radio spots and TV spots. And one of these radio commercials we were doing, I met Kennedy Griffith. She is a 14-year-old girl who lost a lung and a leg to cancer. And we became close after the commercial, and we kept in contact. And so the first year, we had 50 people come out and shave, and we raised a total of $18,000. Now, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit because nothing really significant happened. I was in middle school. I was doing my homework like a good boy. And so the season of Jack's Chattanoggins started up again. I was getting excited. And so I was taking another tour at Erlanger about a month before the event was actually going on. And we ran into Kennedy again. She was in a room getting some treatments done. And she donated to me $20 from her own pocket. At first, I didn't think much of it. Oh, she's being nice. Her mother told me that this was very special because Kennedy never gives her money for anything. So the second Chattanoggins, we had about 100 people come out, and we raised $32,000. And so that was successful. And so 2 months after that, this past August, things kind of took a turn for the worse. We got news that Kennedy was not doing too well. The doctors told her she had maybe 2 months to live with chemo. I was devastated. I felt like I didn't make a difference because she was, in my opinion, she was going to die. She was doomed. So I felt like everything I did, I couldn't save her. My parents convinced me otherwise, and they kept telling me, you are still making a difference in these children's lives. And that stuck with me. So I kind of got over it. It was always in the back of my head. And on December 18th, it was a normal school day. I came home. I was kind of in a good mood, which will be odd because it's school. And Christmas break was coming up, and who doesn't like Christmas break? I mean, no school, presents, so it's a good deal. And my parents came home. They seemed a little serious, acting a little odd. I asked, "What's up?" And they told me Kennedy passed away that morning. I don't remember crying that day, maybe because I was relieved that her pain and suffering was over, but it devastated me, and I began to ask myself the question, why am I doing this? And we went to her wake. Her mother was very happy to see us there, and the wake was enough for me. I couldn't bring myself to go to the funeral. The wake was enough. So the third Chattanoggins, this past one, was very special to me. We dedicated it to Kennedy and her memory. It was the biggest turnout yet. We had 150 people come out and shave with us, and we raised a total of about $40,000. And there's a lot of women, too. As you can see right there, Tammy Reardon and Rachel Welch, they shaved their heads. A lot of women did. And then I answered my question at that Chattanoggins, why am I doing this? Because I saw the look on the people's faces when they shaved their head of pure joy, because they're helping somebody, and that is why I decided, and that's the reason why I wanted to help. And so that was done, the third Chattanoggins, and the mayor came out, shaved a bit of my head, which is very cool, and I find a lot of adults call me a hero. I don't really see myself as a hero. I see myself as an ordinary person who, instead of sitting on a couch, listening to In the Arms of the Angels with the little puppies, feeling sad about them, I decided to get up and actually do something about it. And I continue, and I will continue with that for the rest of my life. Thank you. I'm Jack Skowronnek.